Your energy has the effect of inspiring others to their true power. I'm hearing that simply by being in the room with others or being around other people, your vibration, your energy is something that is sensed, felt, and picked up on. And it actually powerfully influences people that you come into contact with. Regardless of whether you are actually communicating with them in the 3D, simply your presence in the same space as them has a powerful impact because your aura is very powerful. And you came here to be one who would have this empowering, energetically uplifting impact naturally on people around you. But I'm also picking up that for whoever I'm speaking to here, you came into this spiritual gift of being able to uplift and empower others naturally through the presence of your energy. This gift was cultivated in you through circumstances where you may have actually felt in the past very disempowered, limited, or restricted yourself. And hearing that, you essentially learned a way to your own freedom emotionally, energetically, mentally. You have broken down heavy barriers of restriction and limitation within yourself that may have been placed around you in the past, particularly in your childhood. And you breaking free of these artificially placed restrictions and limitations within your own energetic field is having the impact of essentially showing a pathway to freedom that other people around you are capable of following. Now, with the forgiveness card in a reverse position, I'm picking up on the energy of someone specifically here who has had to make amends with certain parts of either themselves, their past, people from their past. And the thing about this forgiveness reverse card is I'm not so much getting forgiveness as an external energy. I'm getting that this has been highly internalized. There's been some path of forgiveness that has taken place deep within your own being. This has been highly spiritual, and a few cards just came out here as well. When I say forgiveness, by the way, I am possibly speaking about self-forgiveness for some who are listening. There may be regret that you have from the past that you've been holding within yourself that you are learning to release to allow you to move forward fully with your life in a positive manner. For others of you, this may be the internal path to forgiving certain people or challenging past experiences or interactions in your life. And in some of these cases, the other person may have never actually asked for your forgiveness. And hearing that someone here really had to, as we say, be the bigger person in their life, be the more mature soul in a situation, and choose to forgive in the sense that they released themselves from needing to continuously cycle through those past experiences and interactions emotionally and energetically. This is part of how whoever I'm speaking to here has actually freed themselves. As we spoke about that powerful freedom, it hasn't come easy because it's required the person I'm speaking to here to either forgive their own past, forgive themselves, or to forgive people, situations, interactions that were very detrimental to them or challenging for them, even in cases where the other may not have actually asked for forgiveness. I'm hearing you forgive because you deserve it, because you deserve to be free of the past, whether that past is individual or involves another person here. So I'm also seeing with door to personal healing and happiness in the reverse position and attachment that someone specifically here has gone through a path of healing a lot of really deep patterns of codependency. So this codependency may have showed up in friendships, in family connections, in romantic relationships. I'm picking up as well that these codependent patterns have actually become so normalized by society that most people don't even realize that they are participating with other people in a codependent manner, meaning that specifically self-sacrifice, sacrificing one's own goals, dreams, desires, one's own true power, one's own authentic self has become very normalized. Most people are self-sacrificing to some degree, and they believe that these compromises are what is needed for a healthy relationship, when in actuality, they are keeping themselves in energetic, emotional, and mental bondage. This is a major aspect of how you have freed yourself. You are no longer willing to sacrifice aspects of your authentic self to please or appease others. You are also not willing to sacrifice your true soul-aligned goals, dreams, and desires simply to fit in or quote-unquote adjust to a broken society, a low vibrational collective consciousness. Some of the very things about you that you may have considered weaknesses in the past are actually your greatest strengths and can be harnessed and channeled into very powerful outlets of energy that attract back to you happiness, fulfillment, success, and a lot of abundance as well. And you are beginning to rediscover this truth, the truth of where your true value lies within yourself, and not through doing the things that other people around you may have told you that you should be doing. With Show the World the Real You, full moon in Aquarius, someone could have Aquarius energy in their birth chart, either you or someone around you. We also have the card, you're very close to achieving your goal. So what I'm picking up on here is that someone is really right on the brink of something very powerful here. And I'm getting that you've been able to sense this energetic sensation, almost like being on the edge of your seat in a movie, waiting for something to happen, feeling like something really major is about to break free or break loose in your life, possibly something that you've been wanting for a really long time. And if I am speaking to you here and you've been feeling this way, know that this feeling is not a coincidence. This is actually you reading the energy. This is you sensing that you really are right on the brink of something very powerful here. So let's channel more into what you might be right on the brink of at this time. Okay, so here we have Judgment in the reverse position. I'm going to get some clarification on this card. Guilt and pride both reversed. Okay, so this is going to be a hyper-specific message for someone listening. There is someone attached to your energy who might be part of why you are getting this right on the brink kind of feeling. This person is someone who in the past allowed both pride and guilt to cause them to behave or act in certain ways that were detrimental to you, detrimental to them, kept them in some kind of karmic pattern or cycle, or caused some kind of separation between the two of you, particularly if this is applying in a romantic sense for you. Whoever this person is, I see that they have been possibly afraid to fully come forward or re-enter your life in some sense, because they are afraid of fully being seen for who they really are. And specifically because of that sense of guilt and that perhaps overblown ego that may have driven them in the past and caused them to do or behave in ways that they now feel guilt about. This person is concerned that you are going to judge them when they do come forward, communicate, or show you more of their true, authentic self. However, I'm sensing that you have been radiating this signal of unconditional love. I just saw the number 1212. At an energetic level, this person is sensing that your energy is without judgment, that you are someone who is very unconditionally loving of others, which is what is making this person want to come towards you. It's also making them want you to see the real them, their real authentic self. It's almost like this person wants to share with you many things about their self or their life that they've never felt safe to share with anyone before. However, this person has also been struggling with trust issues when it comes to sharing their real authentic self. I feel like this may be someone who has been judged by others in the past. They just seem very hesitant to fully come towards you and show you the real them, even as they sense that your energy is without judgment. This is really pulling them in as they sense this unconditional love flowing from you. It's creating this magnetic effect that is pulling them more strongly into your reality. But again, their human self is jumping up here, a little bit afraid to trust. And here we have blame. I feel when it comes to these hesitancies around trust, this person recognizes that this isn't something that you are causing, but a result of their own fears and their own wounded energy, their own blockages. I just hear them saying, I'm blaming myself for my fears of coming forward. So, again, I don't know who this is. This is a very kind of unique energy here. For some of you, this might be a romantic situation. This also could be platonic. This could be a friend that you haven't communicated with in a while. This could be a family member. I feel that this person wants you to perceive them very differently than they actually are. However, they know that you're seeing right through them. So that creates some automatic intimidation here, because this particular person wants you to see them as the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Swords, someone who is moving forward in a powerful way, someone who is very energetic, intelligent, desirable. And hearing dating around, this person might want you to believe that they're connecting a lot romantically, or that they have a lot of options, or that they would have a lot of options in the dating world. However, how they are actually feeling is very different. Their true feelings are the Nine of Swords and the Hermit. This is someone feeling almost right on the brink of an emotional collapse here. Someone who's been holding on to a lot of stress that they feel they haven't been able to share with anyone. And hearing their lack of authenticity with others in their day-to-day life has become really heavy for them. And every time I think about you and this person connecting, it's almost like they just want to lay all of these burdens, all of these inauthentic aspects of themselves, all of these fears on the ground, and to experience the lightness that comes from connecting with someone like you that is so without judgment and so lit up by unconditional love. However, with the Hermit card, this is someone who is feeling very isolated at this time, even though they want you to perceive them as being extremely socially connected. They are also someone represented by the Death card, going through a powerful spiritual death and transformation. This is someone who isn't really sure who they are anymore. The number 999 is connecting here. Also the number 13. So, there's also many chakra centers coming up here, the sacral, the heart, the throat, the third eye. And what this tells me is this person's chakra system is really lighting up. And that also indicates to me that they're going through this spiritual awakening, that a lot is happening to them at an energetic level that is bringing a lot of deep emotions to the surface that they may have repressed for a really long time. So, Now that I've got a specific person coming through here, by the way, this person was very adamant to come up in your reading because I really didn't expect the reading to go in this direction. But whoever this is connecting with, you probably already intuitively know who this is. If this isn't resonating for you, of course, only take what does connect. I usually say this at the beginning, but if you would like me to channel specifically for you and your situation, it does help if you like the video and subscribe to the channel, because these are forms of energy transfer that allow me to pick up more easily on your energy. So, what is the dominant emotion that this person is feeling? Okay, they're in the middle of a lot of internal turmoil, a lot of internal adversity that I just wanted to call tower moments, plural, not even just one, but a lot is coming up at once for this person. And yet they're persevering through all of it. With this perseverance card, I also actually pick up that they are very perseverant and determined to connect with you. So this is someone who might connect with that slow burn energy that I picked up in a recent reading a few weeks ago as well. So if you connected with that reading, this one may also be connecting with you, because this is someone who has a kind of determination towards you that's almost a little bit hidden beneath the surface. Can I get more information on this person right now? Let's see if we can pull a star-seed oracle card here. Wow, and there were two cards from the traditional tarot on the floor that I actually just noticed. But of course, I don't believe in coincidences, so I'm going to go ahead and take these cards now. We have the card called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. So with this card called, I get two different energies. One is very much regarding the spiritual awakening, that chakra system activation, lighting up this person's energetic field. But secondarily, it's almost as though at a deep unconscious soul level, this person desires to go through some kind of soul training and to be led deeper into spiritual gifts within themselves that they haven't necessarily uncovered before. Now, this person, most likely, in this case, is not consciously aware of this soul yearning and call to come deeper into their spiritual gifts. But what I do see is that this call has actually been part of why they are being magnetized to you at this time, because you are someone who unconsciously has almost answered this call at a soul level to teach or to guide this person spiritually in some type of way. Through the two of you being more consciously connected in the physical 3D world, or mentally or emotionally in a more conscious way. So what I mean by this is, this is going to sound so strange, but regardless of whether this is a romantic situation, a platonic situation, I almost feel like this person's soul has called your soul into their life experience in a more conscious way to be a spiritual teacher or a guide in some sense for them. Now, in most cases, this spiritual guiding, teaching, or training process is happening very naturally and automatically, simply by being connected more closely with your energy. This might be unconscious astral realm experiences that you share together. It might be conscious dreams that this person even vaguely remembers. This also could be through interactions that seem inherently very mundane on the surface, but it's giving this person a chance to connect with your energy and receive some kind of deeply shifting unconscious benefit through being connected with you, which is activating soul gifts within this person, leading them into a greater sense of passion and purpose that is more aligned with them at a soul level. Because what I'm picking up from them is that they've been in this full energy, this very free-floating kind of energy. For some reason, I'm getting the word idealist. I also heard something about music, so someone could be involved with music here. But with that word idealist, I'm picking up that this is someone who might be a very deep thinker, even if they don't always show it on the surface. However, it seems almost like they've been floating through life, doing the things that maybe other people thought that they should do, but not ever really aligning their physical life with their soul. This is mostly because they've actually been afraid for the world to see that soul aspect of them. They've been trying to present something in the physical world and through their persona that's very different from who they are at a soul level. This is very specific, but for some of you listening, when you're around this person, they may act, speak, or behave in ways that surprise you or catch you off guard or make you question your own intuition about who this person is, because it may make you wonder, well, I sensed that they were this way, but now they're behaving or speaking that way. Maybe I was wrong about them. In these cases, your guides want you to know your intuition is on point about this person. It's just that the way that they are presenting, how they are speaking, acting, behaving in the physical 3D world is very different and sometimes even opposite of who they actually are at a deeper soul level. It's not that your intuition is off about this person. It's that they themselves are living in kind of an energetic cognitive dissonance. There's a dissonance between what they're presenting on the surface and who they really are at a soul level. And that is part of why this person's actions, behaviors, communication, or lack of communication might actually confuse you. You may consider yourself someone who's typically very good at reading people, which makes sense because I'm picking up that you have the natural gift of empathy, of intuiting other people's true selves. However, in this case, you might be finding your intuition feels confused around this particular person because they themselves are living in a lack of alignment between who they really are energetically, spiritually, and what they're presenting on the surface. Now, with Knight of Swords upright, I'm getting a bit of a fast-changing, possibly impulsive energy from this person. They may be very unpredictable, so if you do see each other or communicate, you may feel like you never know what this person is going to say or do, when you're going to meet up, when you're going to run into them. It's almost as though one of the both of you are shifting through timelines very fast, sometimes aligning with each other and having these powerful moments of communication, interaction, and at other times feeling like you are on entirely different wavelengths or almost living in entirely different worlds, regardless of how close or far you are physically. And again, and your guides want you to know that that is completely normal, because if you feel as though you are at times really connecting and at other times living on an entirely different plane from this person, it's because you're probably sensing exactly what's happening spiritually and energetically, where you are on a different vibration, a very high level of vibration that this person sometimes rises up to meet you at, essentially meeting you at that higher timeline. Whereas other times they tend to dip back down into lower vibrations. For some reason, I heard the word partying. So for a specific group of people, they might be really into partying or possibly doing things that we might consider to be lower vibrational in some sense, whatever that looks like for you personally. And when they are engaged with very low vibrational people or activities, in those moments, they will actually be dropping down from that higher timeline you are on and vibrating at a much lower frequency. That might cause the two of you to feel this inherent disconnect or distance between you. Again, all of this can be very confusing to your physical human selves, but makes perfect sense to your spiritual self that realizes our entire physical reality is dictated by our vibration. So when you're on a very different vibration from where this person is choosing to be, you will naturally be disconnected. And when they rise up to your frequency, they will naturally realign themselves to you. By the way, I'm laughing a little bit because I feel like this person themselves is actually beginning to scratch their head a little bit or realize there's something going on here where Sometimes the two of you are very much aligned energetically, spiritually, in sync in the physical world as a result of that. And other times it feels like you're almost a ghost or you just disappear from their reality. Now, I'm not sure if they're yet putting together the pieces that this is actually because of their choice to at times vibrate at a lower vibration that is connecting them in with lower timeline realities that you at your higher level of vibration are incapable of engaging with. But I do see the Three of Wands reversed. We also have the Four of Cups reversed. I feel like you are an opportunity that this person wants to take. With the Three of Wands reversed, this could be someone who either has traveled a lot recently or throughout their life, or someone who simply has a very nomadic energy, has had a very free-floating kind of energy, and specifically when it comes to love or location, hasn't necessarily wanted to settle down in one place. However, with the Four of Cups reversed, I see you being an opportunity that this person wants to grab a hold of. It's almost as though they are free floating, feeling fairly apathetic to almost everything that comes across their path. When suddenly they align with you, you are like nothing they've ever seen or connected with before, and they instantly feel a kind of enthusiasm, a rush of energy, a desire to move towards you like nothing they've ever felt before. And it almost astonishes them how this pulls them out of that feeling of apathy they've become so accustomed to and makes them actually desire to settle into something here with you. I feel like that shock over connecting with you or meeting you still hasn't worn off for whoever this person is, regardless of how long you've been connecting. They see you. I know I've channeled this in recent readings, but that word refreshing keeps coming up whenever I tap into this energy. It's like they are so clear about the fact that you and your energy is so refreshing, something that they really desire to connect with more, to settle into, an opportunity that they really want to move forward with. I do see a potential breakthrough happening with this person as a result of this powerful sense of clarity that I get them now feeling, because this Ace of Swords card representing this breakthrough, this clarity, is really sitting on the throat chakra here.